Hello, I'm Ken, and I will be discussing week 1, discussion 2, and I'll touch upon the first question. Which of the two figures you read this week, Arrhenius and Athanasius, most caught your attention, and why? Be specific and use a quote from the text. For me, I didn't get to read it because it gave it to me in a video form, and I tried going on to stuff, so I have a video, but the video talked about who I thought was more interesting was Athanasius, and he was a bishop under I think like Pope Arius or something, and he argued against what the Pope or Arius thought, that Jesus was the most divine, not the highest being that could be, but he wasn't God, because it challenged the idea of a mono God, like one God, a monosomatic religion. And so he thought if Jesus was also a divine being, then the idea of having only one God didn't exist anymore. And so he thought Jesus was the highest being there could be. And so Athanasius thought, no, God is a full, he's like a fully divine being. And yeah, he got like exiled and everything, but he fully believed Jesus was the same as the Father. He was like, I think one thing that in the video said, he is the image of the invisible God. And I thought that also related to the lecture about revelations, the different revelations. There could be like special revelations, general revelation, and I guess the end all of any revelation that we could think about, be it like a doctrine experience or like a history, but like Jesus in the end is like the ultimate revelation of God's disclosure, no matter what, because he is the image of what God is, because he is God's son. He is still a divine being. And so I thought that was a pretty meaningful connection, because what I thought liked most about Athanasius was that he even though the leader of religion in Egypt, as he was a bishop, he still fought against it and believed that Jesus was a full God and that his divinity was not fake. And it connects to the scripture because in the end, Jesus is divine, and that we're talking about different revelations and phenomenon that God discloses himself through. The ultimate disclosure of God is Jesus, because he's done miracles. He is the embodiment of what God believes is the right way to act. And so I thought the connection between Athanasius and the scripture lecture was that Jesus is, divine, and Jesus is the end all of God's disclosure. And so I guess those two connected, and though it might seem like, obvious, yeah, he like turns water into wine, he makes bread, cured the blind, like, what more divinity can you want? Like, I don't think me as a person could do that, like, I'm not like that. I'm not him. You know what I mean? Thank you.